Well, Congress continues to debate rival debt reduction plans, and President Obama's warning last night that an economic crisis looms if no deal is reached. Well, what would it mean if the United States loses its ability to borrow more cash? We're going to ask the president's budget director, who is with Julianna Goldman, at the White House right now. Julianna, good to see you. Jack, good to see you again. It's been a while.
Good to be here, Lisa.
Thanks, Lisa. Let me get started. Jack, real quick, give us a status update. Where are we in the talks right now? Who has the president spoken with today?
You know, I think where we are right now is that Congress is working through a process that will take the next day or two. The House is taking up a bill that the Speaker has put together, which the president has made clear is not acceptable. I don't believe that that can pass the Senate, and I think that when the Senate passes a bill that the Senate leader has put together, I hope that can pass the House. If not, the two parties have to get together and work on a compromise, as the president called for last night, that can come here and that he can sign into law. Has
the president been in touch with Speaker Boehner today or Mitch McConnell?
I don't know whether any phone calls have happened today. There's been a lot of contact over the last weeks. I don't know that there's ever been a period of more intense contact than we've had. Right now, the Congress is focusing on going through the steps that it has to go through. I think the president was very clear last night in terms of what we need to do. This is a crisis that can be avoided, and it's a crisis that Washington would create. Congress needs to get its work done, and it needs to come back with something that can be signed into law.
Well, one thing the president did not do was issue a veto threat on Boehner's proposal. If come August 2nd, the president has on his desk a proposal that would be a short-term increase of the debt limit to next year. It doesn't take him through the 2012 elections. Would he sign that?
I don't believe that's going to happen. As I said, I don't believe that the Senate will pass what the House is going to take up. I don't know for sure that the House can pass what the House is going to take up. The president's made it clear that it's unacceptable, and now we've got to get to work so that we can put together a package to avoid a crisis that's totally avoidable.
Lisa?
Jack, quick question. The rating agencies, we were just talking to two of our other colleagues here about Senator Reid suggesting that the ratings agencies have already said that his plan would result, if we did endorse his plan, if his plan did go through, that there would not be a debt downgrade. How closely is everyone in Washington now working with the rating agencies as they develop a plan?
Well, I would say that everyone is watching what the rating agencies say. I don't have regular contact with the rating agencies. I think that the notion of having this kind of chaos go on, not just for the week, but for months or for the year, that's not reassuring at all. So I think that what the president has been saying is we need to get this resolved. We need to move on and deal with the issues the American people want us to be dealing with, getting the economy moving again, creating jobs. They don't want to see Washington bickering for the next year.
Well,
Jack,
there's also the question. Go ahead, Lisa.
I'm sorry, Julianna. One quick question, because it came in from a viewer yesterday, but it is a question I've heard raised before and perhaps a proposal by some. Why have a debt ceiling at all? It's been raised several times.
It's a good question, Lisa. It used to be that Congress would have to vote every time the federal government went to the market to issue debt. The debt ceiling was created, I'm not sure how long ago, but 70 years ago, say, in order to make it so that it didn't have to be such a regular occurrence. I think the problem is it's a hard vote. It's always been a hard vote, and it's a vote that parties have to take a responsible position on. One thing that may not be clear to all people outside of Washington, the debt ceiling gives you no authority to spend new money. It only gives you the authority to pay the bills that's already been built up. It's unthinkable that the United States would not be able to pay its bills and keep its obligations. And that's what a vote on the debt limit is really about.
Well, real quick, do you think we're going to have to see a situation where the market is going to have to drop precipitously, where we're going to have to see how low do you think the market would need to drop for this to get a deal?
I certainly hope not. I think that it is so clear that if the moment confidence is gone, that we will resolve this, we go into a very dangerous space. And it's not a game of chicken that anyone should want to be playing. We need to get it done, and we need to get it done in the next couple of days.
Jack Lew, thanks very much. Lisa, back to you in New York.
All right. White House correspondent Julianna Goldman and OMB Director Jack Lew. In the interest of full disclosure, I should mention that I did work for Jack Lew long ago at Citigroup when we were both there.